Good. I thought he was really good. It seemed like he was kind of on the attack, pitch count down, ahead, and basically just kind of did his thing tonight.
How does his scoreless streak right now compare to Kershaw's last year?
Did Kersh have one last year? I didn't know Kersh had one.
Please.
He had 41?
He was in all the papers.
Really? That's what I get for not reading the papers, right? I didn't realize he had 41.
Around his no-hitter stretch, he had 41.
Okay. Well, obviously they're both pretty good.
He went through all that, and that's the answer.
I don't know what to tell you. It's funny because you guys, I know you look at the whole thing, and I'm just kind of we guys kind of go start to start, and I didn't even realize I read it after the last time or seen it on Sports Center or something, not Sports Center, that he had a scoreless streak. I didn't even realize it had been 3 or 4 starts. So, but obviously knew it going into this one, and obviously he's been impressive all year long. We've talked about it a couple of different times. Zach's just kind of came out of the gate throwing the ball well from the very beginning. The first couple of years, felt like it took him a while to kind of get into his groove, and then he got going, and he really became like this. This year it's just been really, really good out of the gate.
Does that say something about the way he goes about his business that you didn't even notice?
A little bit, because Zach just does keep going. I don't think he's probably, and maybe he is, I'm sure he's aware of it, but I think he looks at it just kind of like him and Kersh, to me, they both just keep marching. One start goes, there's a work day tomorrow, it's day one of the next start. They do whatever program they do, their workout, and they go. They study in between. They know who their next team's gonna be, and they start looking at it. So it just kind of keeps going, and they keep putting them behind them. To me, it's the best way. It's the same thing for players. You look up at the end of the year, and there's a pile of numbers there. What are they? Whatever they are is what they are. But theirs is just a constant march to the next start, to getting ready, to preparing, and at the end of the year, they are this.
Speaking of Kersh, what was the conversation tonight with Rick about having Zach go out in the ninth, and what was his response to you pitching for him?
Nothing with Rick tonight, really more about Zach tonight. If it stayed at 4, we would have let Zach go back out. When it gets to 6, I knew Joel needed an inning, and he's been kind of needing to try to get him sharper. So it was really more, once we got 6, it didn't seem like it's worth sending him back out at that point. I had a guy that needed work. At 4, it goes from Zack right to Kinley. And we'd already talked about it after the inning. And he was good. I said it's going to be a situation where it goes to a safe situation, it goes right to Kinley, and he was good with that.
I have your favorite question.
Okay.
If there's no defensive shift, any chance that ball of Howard's gets caught?
The first one?
Only hitting allowed.
Yeah, maybe. But probably not. It's kind of down the line, isn't it? Kind of straight away third? Yeah. Yeah, I think the one thing with Howard, 15 years ago, you'd have had the third baseman way over because he doesn't hit any balls there, basically. So you wouldn't have had the shortstop over and everybody out there necessarily, but you would have had the shortstop over, more up the middle, and you would have played the third baseman more because he can't run. You wouldn't have played up. You'd have played more in the hole. You'd have given him the line. So that would have probably been a hit without a defensive shift.
Is that got a ton of ground balls? And I know you always get some, but any particular reason for that? Was any one pitch really dominant?
I thought he got ahead in the count, and that, anytime you get ahead in the count, and they got a little bit of a younger club that probably didn't game plan quite as like a veteran club would, that then chase the changeup, and they chase the ball down, and they just pound that into the ground. Older clubs do a little better job of making him get the ball up a little bit more with that pitch, but he got ahead in the count, which just forces him to have action.
Is that why he played both for a ton of strikes the last 2 minutes?
I think they always try to throw a ton of strikes. Some nights they're just not as good at it as others. I think they're always trying to be on the attack.
Everything okay with Andre?
Yeah, a little heavy-legged and was feeling just a little bit of tightness in his quad. He told me he was fine, and I told him we would talk as we talk about it. It's more like we talk about tomorrow. Obviously, I'd like to have him in there tomorrow. I was hoping that to go ahead and get him out of there. Slikes the same defensively. I feel like that's a wash. So we're still keeping our good defense in. They just brought a lefty in the game, so I thought maybe Slike would get that. But as much as anything, trying to hopefully Andre's those 3 innings buy him another game tomorrow.
Nothing to do with the hit by pitch.
No.
How nice was it to see Puig's bat come alive?
It was good. The ball down the line and obviously the home run. But the fact that he got out and did some early work, I think is good for him, and paid off today.
Think Greinke deserves to start the All-Star game?
I do. I don't do much. I'm not much of a politicker, but there's no way that it's pretty hard to be better than he is right now. And I know Scherzer's been really, really good. So that's in all due respect. But that's my guy.